on the highway to the danger zone tonight, folks. This is vid number 2. I doubt these end up going up on the same day, but I'm going to shoot them the same night. Went out to the Blue Spring store, picked up a couple games, and spent a few bucks. Nothing major. We'll get this started. It's funny because I said I wasn't collecting for this system, and I still am not really, but couldn't resist it. Had to pick up another one for the Intellivision, folks. The game is Snafu. Now, this game looks like it kind of reminds me of like the Tron, the light cycles part of the Tron game, where you're not allowed to run into the other people's paths or you blow up. That's basically what this is. You basically each have your own path, and you have to stay away from the other people's paths and be the last one left alive. The game's falling out on me, folks. Anyway, it's in box. It's the correct game is in here. It says this game is for 4 players, which is awesome. It has the instruction book. It has another one of these Intellivision game catalogs, and it looks like it's got some overlays in here. It looks like maybe there should be 4 overlays because there's 4. It looks like there's 4 colors for the different players, but only 3 of them are actually in here. But I'm surprised there's actually even 3 of them. But there's 3 overlays, and that's it. It was 99 cents. So I was like, I don't know. It's in box too. The box is a little ripped on the front, which you might be able to see. It's like somebody tried to peel the old price sticker off and then gave up because they didn't want to rip it anymore. But 99 cents. So I'm like, that's cool. That's what, 3 Intellivision games and the voice thing I have now. Anyway, the second game I picked up, this just made me laugh. It's the reason why I bought it. I didn't know they made this game when I saw it. I just started laughing. It was $3. I went ahead and picked up Lethal Weapon, folks. Lethal Weapon for the 8-bit Nintendo. It was one of their later releases because the back label was changed to the more updated language and stuff on the back. And so I know it came out later in the series. I have no idea what this looks like. But the thing is it says Lethal Weapon, but it's got the cover shot of the Lethal Weapon 2 movie on it, because it's got Joe Pesci's head in between their 2 shoulders, and he was in the second movie. So the game's called Lethal Weapon, but it's got a shot from Lethal Weapon 2 on the label art. So that's another thing that made me laugh. So I was like, $3. I just thought it was funny for $3, so I had to pick it up. And next thing, this is the last thing I picked up out at the Blue Spring store. Then I actually did swing by one of my local pawn shops that I haven't been to in a little while, and picked up one game in there. So I'm just going to show it with this stuff. But this last game I picked up is a PlayStation 2 game. I wanted to get it for the Xbox. It's the same game, but I wanted to fill out my Xbox library a little more, but they didn't have an Xbox copy. And for some reason, it was $5 cheaper for the Xbox. The reason why I found that out is they had one with a cheaper label on it, but it had some big-ass sticker on the back of it. And I was like, is there a reason why this one's cheaper than the other one? She said, no, we must just not mark down the other games. So I get up to the counter, and I'm like, I want this game at that other one's price. And she scanned them, and she goes, oh, well, one of these is the Xbox sticker. And I go, well, I wanted it for the Xbox, but you don't have any of them for the Xbox. And then they went in and charged me $12.99 for the game. That's how much the game was instead of $7.99, which I thought was shitty since they didn't have the other the Xbox version. I thought they should have gave me the $7.99 price on the PlayStation one. And I know I haven't showed you the game, but I'm getting ready to. I'm just peeling the sticker off. It was $12.99. I wanted to pick this up because my buddy at work, Ben, Cartoon Boy, as his YouTube title goes, is always giving me shit because I never finish any games, and I haven't finished any in forever. Last game I finished was Fallout 3, and recently I started replaying it. I kind of gave up on Dragon Age, started playing Mass Effect, gave up on it. not really gave up on it, just pulled it out and started playing. And I started replaying Fallout 3, which he finds really hilarious. But he finished Mass Effect 2 and Dragon Age, and now he's working on the Awakenings part of the Dragon Age. And he's wanting to pick up the sequel to this game. So I know I've held you in suspense long enough. I'm sorry, folks. But I went ahead and picked up the PlayStation 2. I picked up Red Dead Revolver. Now, this is the first one. They're getting ready to come out with Red Dead Redemption here in about a month and a half. And he's recommended that we both get Red Dead Redemption and play it so we can talk about it and bullshit about it and see where, what's going on with it. But I am one of those people that like to at least play the original before I get a sequel, because I want to know what the differences are and stuff. And I don't know how far I'll get into this, but I wanted to go ahead and pick it up. It is complete, and the instructions are actually really good shape. It kind of reminds me of like Gun or something, one of those games. It's more of a sandbox game. It's made by Rockstar Games, so I mean, they made Grand Theft Auto and stuff like that. So the 3, so I figure I'm gonna stick this in and see what we're looking at. But I thought this was cool. I thought they should have given it to me for $8, but they went in and charged me $13 for it. But I was like, all right, whatever. I wanted it tonight. I didn't want to go to 15 different stores looking for it to save $5. So I was like, forget it. I'll go ahead and get it. So that's what I picked up at the Vintage Stock out in Blue Springs. And then on the way back, I decided to swing by one of my pawn shops. They didn't have a whole lot. Usually the thing about pawn shops is the games are, sometimes they're cheaper, but a lot of times they're about the same price that you're going to end up paying out in public. And I know it's because they mark them based on what prices they see on the internet. And they just average the price or whatever. But I paid $7 for this. I haven't really followed this series in forever, and I haven't really ever played the X versions. But I picked up Mega Man's X7, and probably Mega Man X on the Super Nintendo was the last Mega Man X game I even played, and I know I didn't finish it. But it's complete, and it looked in good shape, and it was $7. And I'm pretty sure this goes for more than $7 wherever you go, if at a retro store or whatever. So I went and picked it up, Mega Man X7 for $7. Imagine that, 7 for 7. So that's what we picked up, folks. We're gonna call it quits on this bid, and I'm gonna probably check out some Red Dead Revolver. Got that hilarious Lethal Weapon game, and the Intellivision game Snafu in box, and that's it. So I'm gonna sign off. Thanks for coming by, any and all new subscribers. Glad you're here. Keep digging it. If you don't, unsub. It's cool. Doesn't bother me any. It just clogging up your box if you ain't watching it. So I release quite a few videos a week. Usually, but try one a day anyway. So. Whatever. I'm rambling. Talk to you later, folks. Bye.